Hello and welcome to Box, where we unbox, review and demonstrate the latest tech. Today we have with us the LG SP11RA sound system. Elevating your TV to the next level, this LG sound system is specially designed to enhance the sound output of your TV for a closer cinematic experience. It's designed to work straight out of the box with various modes of connection to choose from, leaving as little steps as possible to getting you started. Taking a look at the box, you'll notice it's quite large. Now opening it up, you instantly get your hands on the main soundbar, but this isn't the only speaker in the box. The sound system is also made up of an additional subwoofer and 2 rear speakers, allowing a complete room coverage for a full surround sound experience. Inside its own package, you'll find a handful of accessories including 3 power cables for additional speakers, 2 sets of wall mounting brackets and a remote. You'll find no connection cables supplied here, meaning you'll need either a high-speed HDMI or an optical cable to get set up. Now the main soundbar is definitely on the large side, easily matching the width of this 65-inch Nano96 TV. It measures at about 1443mm wide, 63mm high and 146mm deep. The accompanying subwoofer measures at about 221mm wide, 390mm tall and 312mm deep, while the rear speakers are much smaller, only measuring at around 130mm wide, 211mm high and 191mm deep. Of course, it's perfect for pairing with your LG TV, fitting nicely under the screen on top of this flat curved TV stand. The brackets provided do also give you ample opportunity to mount the soundbar above the TV if you need the space, elevating the sound output for a different effect. However, as the soundbar and subwoofer are quite large, do consider placement before purchasing, as the soundbar is larger than your average setup. Your subwoofer ideally needs to be placed on the floor near your TV to help achieve that room-shaking bass for a more cinematic experience, and with both rear speakers, they're designed to be placed just beside your seating area. Now let's take a closer look at the setup and connecting to your devices. Each speaker requires its own power source, so make sure you consider how far away they're placed from the nearest outlet. All the speakers are technically wireless in the sense that they communicate with each other on power up, ready for instant use. Getting into the inputs on the soundbar, you get a USB, an optical audio out, and 3 HDMI ports with one supporting ARC/eARC. But today we'll be using the HDMI eARC connection as it offers a much more reliable, high quality output. It's good to see that it does support Bluetooth connection, which comes in handy when needing to wall mount or place near the TV while still maintaining that solid connection. With all the speakers in place, you can see that they easily blend into any TV space. That classic all black look matches a lot of my existing tech, almost looking like an extension of the TV itself. The soundbar has a beautifully sleek, smooth brush metal style on the top to it, housing a few touch sensitive buttons, a microphone for picking up voice commands through Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant, 2 circular indented speakers on either end, and a few subtle logo placements for a statement LG look. The front edge is covered in a metal grid that lets the front LED display shine through while also adding a bit of texture. In the centre on the top, you'll find a strip of touch controls for directly altering basic settings from volume to input. Of course, the remote will do all of this for you and more, but I find it incredibly useful to have them when the remote is nowhere to be seen. Towards the right end on the front of the soundbar, there's also a helpful forward-facing LED display that shows your current settings, volume adjustments, and selected sound modes. I like how it's on the front as opposed to the top, so I can easily see it when sitting a little further back and see what settings I have active with just the touch of a button. It's clear and bright, and even though it's a little difficult to see from a sharper angle, I'm able to read it very well from across the room when sitting down and facing it straight on. Now, even though everything about this soundbar seems automatic, it's always best to check if your TV has connected to it successfully. Heading straight to the sound settings on the TV, you'll find LG TVs have a few options for wireless and wired speakers. I made sure that I had the HDMI ARC option selected in the wired speaker option, as well as setting the soundbar input to eARC, and sure enough, the sound started to come through all the speakers automatically. The soundbar proudly labels full compatibility with Dolby Atmos, Vision and DTS high-res audio. It should work through any connection, but I found when getting it to work with HDMI, I needed to change the digital sound output from PCM to auto. Apart from this, you can also be certain that Dolby Atmos is active by either checking for the logo in the top right corner of the screen or checking the LED scrolling display on the front of the soundbar. If you have streaming apps such as Disney Plus, for example, compatible movies and shows are also clearly marked so you know which content works best with this. LG have really thought about connectivity and control here. Not only can you control the soundbar with the remote provided, you can also control it with the TV remote as well, removing the need of having both close to hand. But if you want to eliminate remotes altogether, there's even the LG Soundbar app that contains all of the controls you need just through your phone. It works through Wi-Fi or Bluetooth input and opens up access to a whole host of controls, from input changes and volume to more complex sliders that adjust levels on individual speakers. Here you can also update the soundbar software and even connect to voice control through Alexa. I found it handy to have and very quick to send my commands to the soundbar with little connection issues, which is convenient to say the least. When it comes to specific sound settings, there are 8 modes available to help adapt the sound levels better to your chosen content. By switching to movie or game mode, I hardly had to think about touching the more in-depth sound settings, as it adjusts levels nicely enough to help bring out speech, music, or even deeper game sound. I mostly kept to the AI sound, as it does just as it suggests, altering the sound levels to match anything I watch without having to customize the setting with each switch. Except of course when playing games. Watching movies, game trailers, and even the latest game in the Premier League, I definitely saw a massive difference in sound output compared to the TV output. The sound came at me from multiple points around the room, with the impressive bass letting me feel the impact of the action in some of my favourite scenes. It brought a whole new level of detail to some of my favourite movies, letting me hear new sounds that I hadn't picked up before. Listening to this sound sample, you can definitely hear the significant change from the standard TV output to the impressive surround sound system. Getting into the specifications on the system itself, you get a whole abundance of special features that make this a premium sound system compared to the other LG models this year. It comes equipped with everything from all HD Dolby Digital formats to full digital app and voice control, making it one of the most compatible devices on the market right now. The most alluring part is the 7.1 and 0.4 channel fully immersive audio coupled with 24-bit 192 kHz high-res audio, so everything comes out sounding so realistic that action feels like it's happening inside the room rather than confined to the screen alone. The sound has a total power output of 770 watts, and with the ability to share the processing power of your TV, it really has nothing holding it back from giving you the best quality sound available. Having Bluetooth compatibility allowed me to connect any device wirelessly for projecting my favourite podcasts, music, and radio with the impressive capacity of this sound system. It's a beautifully rich quality that fills the room, really making the most of that Meridian upmixing tech built in to enhance the standard sound into a multi-channel experience. With my TV, I often game just as much as I watch movies and shows, so I wanted to put the game mode through its paces with the Xbox Series X. I played a few runs of Back 4 Blood and I found the game mode really elevated the way I played. Sitting dead center with all the speakers throwing sound all around me, I felt more immersed into the game, hearing the sounds behind me to let me react in good time. It was easy to just fall into step with the game, being able to hear much more than my usual single TV speakers. So after using this premium soundbar for just a few hours, I can honestly say that it's definitely got everything you could possibly need in a sound system. It delivers instant super high quality sound that intelligently fills the room, and it was relatively quick and simple to set up. I like the convenience of the sound modes, adapting the sound levels to exactly the right content, and it really brought those cinematic movies to life with true HD surround sound. Despite its size, it's a brilliant addition to any TV setup, elevating your standard TV sound to the next level. So what do you think about the LG SP11RA sound system? Let us know in the comments below, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Box, where we have plenty of hands-on reviews on the latest tech. And as always, thanks for watching.